When I have a thought, I gotta let it out. It's a bright spot that I can't even doubt. My opinions, my point of view, even if things are a little chopped and screwed. So yeah, even if you disagree. So yeah, even if I'm not in your pedigree. So yeah, especially if you agree. So yeah, so yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you're listening to it. Welcome to the So Yeah podcast with Caroline M. Diamond. And I'm coming at you quickly, and I mean quickly. I'm putting my feet to the pavement on this episode because we are talking about the Grammys that happened last night, aka I'm filming this on Monday. You're getting it on Tuesday. Quick turnaround for your girl. I'm going to be editing in between teaching my classes, but anything for the listeners. Anything for the clicks. Clack, clunk. Okay? So, the Grammys were last night, and as always, there are some high highs, some low lows, and a lot of boring in between. And this is my open letter to the Academy. The show is too long. It should not be 3.5 fucking hours. Okay, I'm done. Everybody in my house, because I always have a little party, and if you're not invited, you're not invited, aka I just forgot to probably invite you. But we were all like dragging ass around that 2 hour, 45 minute mark, which is pretty long for us to stay focused. But for real, like, it's too fucking long. And I'm not here to shame any comedians, but Trevor Noah, not funny. I'm sorry, not funny. I've tried to watch his multiple specials of his. Not funny. I'm not laughing. And I'm sorry. That's just the way the cookie crumbles on that one. And thank God it's his last year. If I were, though, like, had a contract with being a host and it was my last year, I would be like, they would have to literally bleep out every other word coming out of my mouth. But alas, last year with Trevor Noah, at least the good thing is that he's hot. We'll take that. All right, let's start off with some highlights of the night. I think that the best part of the night was Cher. Okay, Cher came out to announce Best Record of the Year. And first of all, she comes out and she's like also getting like this like Lifetime Achievement Award at the same time right before she introduces Record of the Year. So she's like talking a little bit about that and like basically about herself. And I read her book, so I know a lot about her life, and it's quite fascinating, if I'm going to be honest with you. And part 2 of her books should be coming out in like May or something. But honestly, speed up production, because if they come out with that book in like a month, record sales, okay? And she literally was like, well, I guess I'm going to leave now, like right after she talks about herself. And then Trevor from the audience is like, we would love to have you announce Record of the Year. And so she was so confused. It's like, mama, no, like nobody told her. But also like, babe is almost 80, looking tight and amazing. Literally, Shar texted me. She was like, my queen. I'm like, exactly. Because Shar always put me on to the queen of queens. Cher, Madonna, Shania Twain. Those are the queen of queens, okay? And she goes to, introduce all the records of the year. And she's sitting there. She was like, I thought it was going to be on the teleprompter who was going to win. Then she opens it and she says, Luther Vandross. When I tell you, everybody at my house, we were fucking cackling. It was so fucking funny. And like, obviously, like, Luther Vandross had a hand, obviously, in the song Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA, but it was just so funny. And when they went up there, they like kind of made a couple jokes about it. It was perfect. It was perfect for like the end of the show. And honestly, like, it felt amazing because, there's a whole generation underneath me uncultured, but that don't know who Cher is. And this is probably one of their first introductions of who Cher is. And I swear she's about to have a whole new generation of fans. At least I would be a fan. If I didn't know who that old bitch was and she came out there being funny as fuck, because she's always been funny as fuck, I'd be an instant fan. I would absolutely be gagging for her. So that was a highlight for me. Also, another highlight for me was Album of the Year. And I told y'all on our Grammy predictions that I knew it was going to be a close category. I thought that the real contention was Bad Bunny, Kendrick Lamar, and Lady Gaga. Those were like the three top positionings. And, you know, the Academy loves Kendrick, as they should. And Gaga has never won Album of the Year before. And I thought that Bad Bunny was like my obvious choice. But that was also a hard pool because no Spanish album has ever won Album of the Year before. And guess who won? Bad motherfucking Bunny, bitch. Okay. And it was so cute. Like, when they announced his name, he was sitting there, like, crying for, like, a good, like, minute, I would say. And he was just so hot and sweet and amazing. And I love him so much. And it's so well-deserved. And I cannot wait for the Super Bowl next week. Also, side note, I know that this is not, my intention with this podcast is not to be a political podcast, even though I am very much a political person, as should you, because I am telling you, the viewer, looking at Lens, if you're not political, that means you are an idiot. That's exactly what that means, because not being political is being a dumbass, okay? You have to be political in this world, okay? So I just find it like an amazing moment in history that not only did he win Album of the Year, but he's also headlining the Super Bowl in a time where things are very scary to be Latino. I mean, any POC for, decades. Centuries, right? Like, it's been hard to be a POC in this country, but even more so right now with all the ICE stuff happening. It's like, it's terrible, obviously. But look at this, like, balance, this light that's also balancing the darkness. I just find it incredibly fascinating and actually very beautiful. So that is definitely a highlight of my Grammys watching. Also, another chunk of highlight for me, they started doing this last year, and Academy, please keep doing it. We, the viewers, love to see it. The fact that the Best New Artist category, every artist that's nominated in that category gets to perform. And it really just shows you, like, who these artists truly are. And oh my God, everybody was so amazing. You know, I do love Miss Addison Rae. She fucking killed it. And like, okay, so the Marias were great. A little sleepy for me personally. You know, I like to cry in the club, so I need a little boom to boom to boom to boom. And it was very like cry. So it was the Marias, and then it was Addison Rae. And then Leon Thomas, incredible. He's incredible. And he won a couple Grammys yesterday too. Absolutely well deserved. That is not the last time that we're going to see Mr. Leon Thomas. Okay, he is going to have a very amazing career ahead. And then, you know who I never want to see again on my screen or in my ears or on the radio? Alex Warren. I'm done. Also, put your fucking in-ear in, because you were off on that first verse. I'm done. I'm done with seeing him. That you got the ordinary out there. Now get out. Get out! Get out of my house! Seriously. Okay, so that's Alex Warren, and then we had Cat's Eye was after Addison Rae, which I love Cat's Eye. I do love Cat's Eye. It was a little clusterfucky and messy for me. Me personally, I don't think that they need dancers, because there's already 6 of them. It's just so many bodies in general. I do love the little like little dance break, but like in general, like I'm good on dancers. But I cannot wait to see their trajectory, and I will be seeing them at Coachella. Okay, and then we have Miss Olivia Dean, which, spoiler alert, she did win Best New Artist. And I think that's incredibly well-deserved. I love her music. I loved her album. I thought that she's amazing. She's beautiful. Also, somebody on the internet said, and now I literally can't unhear it whenever I listen to the song, they said that the song Man I Need sounds like a Michael Bublé song. And it fucking does. And I kind of giggle to myself every time I listen to it now. But it's amazing. She's amazing. I'm so happy for her. And then Somber killed it. You know I love Somber on this podcast. I love Lil Tom String Bean, okay? The thing is that I love energy. And I love people who are really trying, okay? Because there's a lot of people who do not fucking try. And I love to see people who really do try. And I loved it. I also can't wait to see him at Coachella. But Best New Artist category was incredible. Very tight category. Like, there's a lot of people that, like, really could have won. And, and Lola Young. Lola Young was also in the Best New Artist category. She, like, did a stripped version of Messy. And the voice is amazing. She also, sidebar, she won Song of the Year for Messy. And it was just like a really beautiful moment because she has struggled a lot with addiction in the past. And like a couple months ago, she was on stage and then she ended up like passing out on stage and then she went to rehab. So it's been like a real big journey for her. And this was her first performance back from being in rehab. And then she won, and like watching her like win the award was just like so amazing. And like I'm really excited for her because she can fucking sing, bitch. She could sing. I wish her health and happiness. Shout out to the Best New Artist category. Academy, continue to get these bitches on fucking stage and let them perform. Thanks. As for all the other performances, I liked Sabrina's. I thought that was like really kitschy. And like, you know, she's always like serving like an idea. The creative was insane. Like the amount of money that goes into something like that is a lot. So she is definitely a label darling right now because they do not give a lot of money out to a lot of these girls. Okay, let me tell you what. But I thought it was really cute. I thought it was a cute idea. For me personally, like not like memorable in years to come, personally, but that's just me. I thought that she sounded really good. She's so tiny, she's so small, she's so cute, but good. I thought that Gaga's performance was really amazing, and thank God I did not see that choreo one more time. I was about to scream if I saw that castle one more time on my television. I am done seeing it, okay? But I thought that robo camera, that was sickening, okay? And that archival Alexander McQueen, sickening, okay? And, you know, she loves a little, like, whoo, ha. And, you know, shout out to China motherfucking Taylor, my bitch, my sister. Those little poses on the mirrored floor, I was like, that's a China Taylor pose. Okay, I felt the energy of China Taylor coming through my TV screen, and these other bitches don't even know her. And if they do, they don't know her like me. One of the performances that made me be like a little eek, was Bieber. And you know, I've talked about this on the podcast before. Like, I am worried about his livelihood and his safety. And I have to say that rings true to even last night's performance. Like, I know that he needs to start doing performances before he starts doing the Coachella, okay? Because like Coachella is such a big moment, and there's gonna be so much energy and talk about anxiety and like, right? So you need to get back on the horse. You need to get gallop, babe. And I don't know, like my Shayla. He went on stage and he was like, you know, doing his best Ed Sheeran with the loop pedal, like love. But he was like in his boxers and he couldn't look at the audience once. He didn't even open up his eyes. He walked off the stage like before the song was like really over. And he sounded good. He sounded really good. But it just made me like sad. And like, I do not want this. But it kind of felt like that would be like one of the last live performances we ever see from him. It just felt like eerie and sad. And I don't like that. But I wonder if you guys felt the same way at home. But I was like, oh baby. Also, a highlight of the performances was the In Memoriam, which I do feel like went on for a little too long. But I love like the D'Angelo, the Angie Stone, Roberta Flack section. Like, that was black as fuck, and thank God, because Black History Month is starting off goddamn strong on the verse with all those beautiful black people and sounding incredible, obviously. And I just thought it was like an amazing moment for all those people to come together and sing and just like, you know, commemorate like all these beautiful black artists that we did lose last year. Also, what I thought was like an interesting moment was the fact that Billie Eilish got nominated and won for a song that literally came out in 2024. What the fuck? Because the thing is, like, what happens is, yes, your album can come out in a certain time, but then if you release a single like in the next cycle, you can be up for a nomination in that next cycle, which is crazy that Wildflower not only got nominated but won, okay? And I really do believe that Hit Me Hard and Soft, her album that she came out with, was amazing and was actually snubbed with Sabrina Carpenter's songs, I'm just saying. But the fact that she won was crazy, but she's also a Grammy darling. Like, they love Miss Eyelash up in there. But I just thought it was like, what? This song? Crazy. Also, Sabrina came out with, like, no awards. Oops. That album kind of sucked. Can't even lie. And to finish off this episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about the red carpet and girls. Girls. How boring can we be? Does anybody want to create an iconic look anymore? The answer is no. Other than, and you know I don't really like her that much, Chappell Roan on the carpet, honestly, iconic. That was amazing. I love the little, like, nipple piercings. Oh my God, gorgeous. I loved that. Other than that look, everybody looked fucking boring. Yes, beautiful gowns. What am I supposed to do with beautiful gowns? And everything was white or black. Like, does no one want to make a moment anymore? Like, I'm tired of this. I'm saying it right here, right now. When I'm on carpets, I'm making motherfucking moments. And that's the thing, is like, girls don't want to be like on the worst dress list or the best dress list. But you know what? Sometimes you have to take a chance. Sometimes you have to take a chance and be on the worst dress list for a second. And then years later, people are like, actually, that was fucking iconic. Okay? Take a chance, girls. Take a chance, stylists. I'm tired of seeing motherfucking black dresses on the carpet. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Thank you so much for listening to this very intense episode of my Grammy thoughts about the show. And, you know, we're manifesting that 5 years from now that your girl right here will get nominated for a Grammy comedy album. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I am. We're manifesting, babes. And I'm just going to be honest with you. There's a lot of comedians out there right now that I'm like, if you're famous, then I can be famous, okay? I know that's right. So, yeah.